Hey, it's Lori Lewis, the director, with another episode of the Before the Big Day podcast, YouTube edition. Before we get into today's episode, I'd like to remind you, please subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on so you know when a new episode is available. Also, give me a thumbs up so I know you got some really good wedding planning nuggets from this episode. This podcast is for all of you who are wedding planning, who are trying to avoid going into debt for your big day. And you need the advice from those who have firsthand knowledge and experience, those wedding industry professionals from across the country, and those real life couples who have been through what you're experiencing and want to share their testimonies. So without further ado, enjoy. Hello, everyone. It's Lori Lewis, the director, with another episode of the Before the Big Day podcast. In the guest chair today, and I'm clapping already, is again another Instagram account that I've been following for a while. This is Ashley, the lead stylist at Bridal Babes, at Bridal Babes on Instagram. And I'm going to let her explain more about the company, but it's an online shopping experience for your bridal party. And so I'm always looking for other African American entrepreneurs to showcase their business on the podcast, but also give those that are on the wedding planning journey other resources for various parts of their wedding, right? Their big day. And so I just thought this was a unique shopping experience because, as we know, all of us with wedding parties, or I like to call your wedding tribes, they need their attire just like you do. So this is just another alternative. So Ashley, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for being on today.
Thank you so much, Lori, for having me. I am so excited to chat with you about all things weddings and especially all things bride tribe. I love that you say bride tribe or wedding tribe because I'm all about it. The tribe, the squad, that's it.
Yes.
So I actually started Bridal Babes after my experience with my wedding back in 2016. So I had and still have, your bride squad is your bride squad forever. So
Yes.
I had a bride squad of 7 girls of all shades, shapes, and sizes. And I was like, I didn't want them to be in these like flowy tulle, I'm not gonna say the color that I don't like, some of my girls might like that color, but
Okay.
just dresses that were not representative of our style, right? And I wanted my girls to feel good when they were standing up there next to me, right? So I wanted something that was curve hugging, attractive, bold colors. Some of them were trying to get a man, some of the grooms were trying to, feel a little date or something like that. So I wanted them to look good and feel good in their dresses. So I went on this hunt for dresses, of course, couldn't find anything, kind of went to a regular off the rack store, luckily found things in all of their sizes. I had to call around, but I knew that I didn't want future brides to have that challenge, when they're looking for dresses for their bridesmaids that go, from a size 2 all the way up to a size 24, 26, and not to feel like they're constrained by a certain style. So that's how Bridal Babes was started. My co-founder and husband was there from the beginning. So it's so exciting that it's a company that we built together, but really keeping women of color in mind, keeping our fashion taste in mind, right? And then keeping our body types in mind, because we got curves and we want to show them off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So did you start designing or did you partner with another company that supplies your dresses? Because you have various different designs that are all, like you say, very curvy, but they're all very complementary to anyone's body.
Yes. Yeah. So we actually have a mix, right? So we have some wedding dress designers that we do stock in our store. And then I actually design our signature collection. So I absolutely love when I can release the signature collection. It's my baby. I already have 2 babies, so that's like my other baby.
Yes.
I love to do that. And then I work with a lot of the wedding designers actually to create the style. So make modifications to the gowns based on what we need, right? Based on our trends, because sometimes they have no idea what's going on. So we have to kind of make some tweaks.
Right. So what's the appeal to getting individuals then to shop online versus, going to a store, getting things off the rack? What's the appeal for shopping online with you?
So we're able to provide dress selection that you're not going to find anywhere in store, right? So we're really, like I said, on the pulse of the trends and the styles. So if something isn't working or it's not hot, we can quickly swap it out and add in another design versus a brick and mortar store, which might be like, I got to sell through all of this stuff because, I got to pay these bills. So we're definitely able to be a lot more nimble. The other piece is you have this one-on-one connection with either me or someone on our styling team. So when you're at a store, you might go in and you might feel like, where are the women of color here? I want somebody who I can talk to that looks like me, right? Who understands my perspective. So we offer that virtually through our consultations, through a lot of the different programs that we roll out.
And that was going to be my next question. So take me through the shopping experience. I contact you. I like the dress. I don't know what's the name of the dress behind you. How does the process ensue?
Yes, yes. So I like to say we have like three types of bride/bridal parties. Okay. So the
Mhm.
first is just like they find us through Instagram or Google search or whatever. And they're like, I love this dress. Girls, go purchase it. Right. So I love the jewel dress in mauve. So go purchase it. Right. Um, then we have our second tier of bride or bridesmaid. Because remember, like sometimes the maid of honor is reaching out because she's in charge. Right. And
Right.
so she'll DM us, she'll email us, ask a few questions, get the information she needs, and then share the information with the bridal party for them to go ahead and purchase. Then we have our third bride or bridesmaid, and she is all about the research. Okay, she needs all the details. So just going on the website isn't enough. Just DMing our team or emailing customer service is not enough. She wants that full experience. And so she'll go on the website, she'll purchase our virtual consultation, which is the initial bride plus one. So the bride plus the guest, so that can be your maid of honor. Sometimes it's your mom, sometimes it's your event planner. And we talk about the style of your wedding, right? The design you're looking for. And we select the best dresses for your full bridal party. Remember, sometimes it's not a one size fits all, right? And so that's one of the things that, I experienced with my wedding, right? Some of my bridesmaids like a certain style, others like that. So we kind of go through that in the initial consultation. And then we create a custom bridesmaid purchasing page. So your girls have a branded page with all of, the wedding information, the deadline, all of that you can share with them after the consultation.
Oh, I love that. Yes. And so I might have, so say I have 7 bridesmaids. They may not all want that dress, right? They can all
Mhm.
get the color, but all have different dresses, which seems to be a
Yeah,
trend as well.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. How does
yeah.
how, I'm sorry.
So we help with all of that, like the dress
Okay.
selection based on their taste, based
Yes.
on their body type, all of that.
Yes. I was going to say, how does sizing work? It's just the size chart and measuring themselves.
Great question. I love that you asked this question because I cannot speak to it enough. Because we're online, you
Yes.
don't have the opportunity to try on the dress. So the measurements and the size chart are so important. So we talk about that during the initial consultation, but I also recommend that the girls actually go to a local tailor or seamstress and get their measurements taken, right?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
so that they're done professionally. Then they could write it on a little note card. I normally have my note cards here, but a little note card with their bust, waist, and hips measurements, and then match it up to the size chart of that specific product page. Okay. And we actually provide assistance in matching it up because I know sometimes it's challenging. Like, I'm between this size. Can I go up? Do I need to go down?
Right.
Through our customer service portal. So that is definitely the hardest part with online shopping. And then we also have a return policy, right? So unlike most special occasion stores, you are able to return your dress within the 7-day window for store credit. And that can be used toward purchasing the dress in a size up or a size down if it doesn't work out.
So how soon in advance do the girls get their dresses? What if they need a size change before the big day?
Yes, another great question. So I like to say that your bridesmaid gown should just be like a couple of months
Okay.
behind your bridal gown selection, right? So,
Yes.
with wedding gowns, we say 12 months out, maybe 9 months if you want to push it, right? Um,
Right.
so with bridesmaid dresses, we say 9 months out is ideal. 6 months out if you want to push it, because like you said, that factors in if they need to return their dress, if they purchased the wrong size. It also factors in alterations, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we don't make alterations on our side, but of course, like every other special occasion, dress boutique, you might have to get some alterations done at the bust, the waist, whatever. Especially the hem. I'm a short girl. I'm only 5 feet.
Right. Oh wow.
I know about the hem, right? So
Right.
those kinds of things. And then finally, we want to make sure that the dress is in stock, right?
Right.
So sometimes we might be in the middle of a restock, right? Because y'all are buying these dresses, okay? The girls are buying these dresses. So sometimes we're out of stock. And so we still have them posted for pre-order, but we want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to wait for the pre-order, which can be up to 8 weeks.
Absolutely. And so I was looking on the website. So you've gone a little beyond, not a little, you've gone beyond bridesmaids with some other offerings that you have. Tell me about the bridal collection, and you advertise them as bridal collections, but do they wear them as brides dresses or maybe a second dress, maybe engagement photos? I was eyeing a couple of those.
Yes, great question. So we actually rolled out this collection with COVID. So prior to COVID, we were strictly bridesmaids, as you noticed. But with COVID, there was this demand for micro weddings, right, or intimate
Yes.
ceremonies where they want to hold off on the big fancy, X thousands of dollars ball gown, right? And really just get something that works for them. That's they're typically under, 250 on the website, $250. So it's something that can be worn for a micro wedding. It could be worn to a ceremony at the Justice of the Peace. So we have seen a lot of court ceremonies, a backyard reception, a second dress. I love that one because, I'm all about bringing the sexy. And I'm like, we
Yes.
need to split for the reception. Okay. You need to be able to
Yes.
move that dress. Okay.
Yes.
Especially like the heavy dresses, they're hard to dance and just like enjoy yourself. So we love the idea of it being a second dress for the reception. And then it's also a great option for engagement photos. So our
Mhm.
girls who want to do white dresses for engagement photos, sometimes they like to do like the color of their wedding design. But if they want to do the white dress, that's an option too.
Yes, I was eyeing a few of those. That's awesome. And then what about some other accessories that you have? I'm just plugging the whole website here.
Yes, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. So we actually also rolled out our t-shirt collection. So we know when y'all are running errands or doing your meetings with your bride squad or just reminding your husband that this is your year, okay? You want to be looking cute with your wifey apparel. So we have a Mrs. shirt, we have a wifey shirt, we got a wifey necklace. We just launched the period tee because that challenge where it's period and then the O is replaced with the ring emoji just went off. So of course we
Yes.
have a tee for that. So we're just constantly releasing things that work for, our brides and what you guys are asking for. So one of the main things I love is that y'all are really like our best friends. Y'all are our babes, right? Like our girls are our babes. So we listen. If y'all are DMing us saying like, can you release a sweater? Can you release that in this color? Like we really do our best to make it happen. And that's what happened with the bridal box, which I think we might get to a little bit later.
Yes.
But with the bridal box, so many women were saying, I want a Black owned subscription box for, celebrating my engagement and my wedding. Can you help? So we're not to the subscription box phase, but we have quarterly drops. So every 3 months, we're dropping a box that matches up to where you are in the wedding
Yay.
planning process based on like a spring, summer, fall kind of wedding timeline. So I'm super, super excited for this next one because it's going to be bachelorette themed, right? Because we're going into
Yes.
summertime. The first
Yes.
one was a complete hit. It had everything you needed for planning your wedding. Had this super cute bride robe for your makeup trial. Because I'm like, Y'all, you spend all this money on the fancy lace robe with all these details, because like I did it too, I know, but you don't want to mess that one up for your makeup trial or even when you're getting your makeup done on the big day. So we
Yes.
use our bride robe. It's a white satin robe, short robe, so you can be relaxed in that. And then the big fancy robe you have. So just things like that in the planning box. So we actually sold out of that one. I'm so excited about it. But like I said, y'all have to be ready for that second one, because the bachelorette one, I know it's going to go off.
Wow, exciting. And you know what? We didn't touch on where Bridal Babes came from. How did you come up with that name? Were you always Bridal Babes or?
Good question. So I actually was working for Isle Perfect. It was called Isle Perfect. Now it's called Perfect, under Kumbi. She's like amazing editor in chief. I think she actually just stepped down. She's just going to be CEO. I shouldn't say just, because she was CEO.
Right.
And editor in chief. So now she's going to be CEO.
Okay.
And I was just immersed in this bridal and wedding community, working with
Yes.
them. And I was like, oh my gosh, these are like my babes. Like my brides are my babes. These are my girls. And then it just came out. I'm like, Bridal Babes. Like that is so cool. So I'm not going to tell y'all what the initial idea for Bridal Babes was. It was not good.
Okay.
But I definitely am so happy that, trademark the name, stuck to it, because it definitely works for this bridesmaid offering.
Shout out to the trademark. Awesome. Yes. And it
Yeah,
really, it doesn't identify an age. We're all bridal babes. When you're
yeah,
getting married, you're bridal babe. I love it. Outstanding.
exactly.
So let's get into the about that box now. So the bachelor box that's coming up, and how soon is that going to be available?
So that one is going to be available next month. Stay tuned for the exact date.
Okay.
But I do want to make sure that I plug our discount code for Big Day. We are going to have a 15% off discount code. So y'all write down Big Day, 15% off of
Woo-hoo.
the Bachelorette Bridal Box. Y'all are going to love it. Okay. I'm just going to give you one sneak peek. Okay. So we
Okay.
have these gorgeous, I love these glasses. They're the heart-shaped white glasses, sunglasses. Okay. You
Yes.
are going to love them. They are so cute, perfect for brides. You wear it with like your little white bathing suit and you're going to go off. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So that's just a preview. So y'all know what direction we're going in. But I'm so excited to release that.
Thank you so much. So you heard that here. You get 15% off with the code Big Day. So thank you so much, Ashley. So let everyone know how they can reach out to you, view all the items that we've discussed that are showing here, and how can listeners or those who are viewing reach out to you after watching this episode?
Absolutely. So the main place you can reach out to us is on Instagram. Join our community, right? Start to check out our content. It is at Bridal Babes. Super easy to remember, super easy to type in. We are the #1 bridal e-commerce boutique. We are so proud of everything we built with the community. So with that community, you'll get, of course, a sneak peek into our new arrivals, but tips on wedding planning, right? Connections with Black and Brown vendors in our industry. So we're not just selling you products, okay? You are going to
Yes.
love being a part of that community. Of course, you can also see all of our offerings on www.bridalbabes.co. Okay, not .com, .co. So a lot of people
Yes.
get confused with that. And then you can email us at hello@bridalbabes.co.
I love it. Yeah, we're before the big day.co. So I get it. Thank you so much. I'm just so glad you were able to have the time and share that. Just final words for anyone who's wedding planning. You've been through wedding planning, you work with folks who are in the wedding planning journey. What is the best advice you could give someone who's currently wedding planning?
I would say trust the process, right? I know it's even more difficult in this COVID environment, but just remember it's all about you and your husband, right? Like that is the main thing. So everything else that's happening, in the background, don't worry about it because it's just going to distract you from that big moment, right? And trusting the process means trusting the process of getting to the altar, right? So you have a team of vendors. trust them. Okay. You're trying to lose weight, trust yourself. You will get to where you need to be, right? So just like, again, trust the process holistically and just let go. I know it's super stressful, but your big day is going to be your big day. It's going to be beautiful. You are going to have so much fun. I cannot tell you all of the hiccups that happened along the way to my wedding planning. And it was literally the best day ever. It didn't matter. And I've seen that so many times, like so many of our brides, it's like, oh my gosh, my venue closed. I have to get married in the backyard. It was the best party they'd ever been to. And people are still raving about it, right? So you're going to make it wonderful just having you two and your guests, your closest friends and family there to support you. So just focus on that.
I love that. I love that advice. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate it. I'm excited. It's one thing to be a follower, but then to actually meet who's behind, the account is just amazing. So thank you for letting me showcase your business. Much success to you. And I'm a very loyal follower, so I'll keep following. And thank you for offering the listeners that discount code. Those of you who are listening or viewing, you can go to our website, beforethebigday.co. The code and all the information will be linked in the show notes. And we thank you for listening. Until next time.
And I have to give a big shout out, of course, to my team. Okay,
yes.
So my hubby and co-founder, Charles, Malika runs our social media. Sierra manages the PR. So none of this would have happened without them.
Yes.
Make sure I'm giving a shout out to them. And our whole team is phenomenal. So we are here to support you all. And Lori, thank you again for having me on your show.
Yes.
This is great. So I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you. My pleasure. And I'll be in touch, especially when that box comes out. I might have to gift one to my daughter-in-law that's getting married next year.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
I'm very excited. Yeah. So I have to gift her because she's got a big trip planned. So I've got to get her that box. So I'll be looking for her.
We got to get you in your mother of the groom outfit then.
That's right. That's correct. I was looking at that.
Yes. Okay. Well, hit me up after this.
I will. I definitely will.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.